Hello everybody, my name is Mike Demaro and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's episode we're going to do a little bit different. Normally I do talk about the issues of my life and how I deal with them and give you tips on how Aspies should do life and how autistic people do life. But today's episode, we're going to talk about a little bit different. I think I'm going to start incorporating reviews of walks as they come. So, and they'll be in the episode mix when the time comes. Now, I was recently at the Palm Beach Autism Walk on Sunday, this past Sunday. And I want to say that I did enjoy the walk. Let's put it that way. I did enjoy volunteer. I did enjoy meeting the new people, meeting the committee of the Palm Beach Walk. And I was fascinated on how they put the walk together, and the run together, and you know what I mean? They did a great job setting it up. I'll tell you the bad news later on in the video, promise me. Okay? But yeah, they did set up this great area for the walk. And they had a great day for it. But I'll tell you the bad news later on, I promise. This is the second time I said that. Not to mention, you also had the co-founders of Autism Speaks, Bob and Suzanne Wright, who came to the walk as well. Just in case you're in NAFCA, this is not the same Bob and Suzanne Wright who are in NAFCA. Okay? Obviously, you may know that there is a Bob and Suzanne Wright in the North American Family Campers Association. And there's also a Bob and Suzanne Wright who founded Autism Speaks. Now these two couples are different. Okay? They are not related to each other. It just happens that the husbands were given the name Bob Wright, and they happened to marry a girl named Suzanne, and that's how they became Bob and Suzanne Wright. Okay? Just to make that clear to everybody who might be in NAFCA and Autism Speaks, that there are two Bob and Suzanne Wrights in this world that I know. Well, anyways, I didn't get a chance to meet Bob and Suzanne Wright, but I did get to see them. I did get to see them being interviewed on the local TV station, the local CBS station down in West Palm. And I think I heard Suzanne speaking on the stage for their opening ceremonies. So I did get to see them. I didn't get a chance to talk to them. I kind of wish I did, because I had a letter for them. But I did manage to go online later on that night, and I did send the letter out the very next morning. So I did send it to the corporate office in New York City. So, sorry about that. My eyes bothering me. Anyways, take that out. I did send a letter up to their corporate office in New York, and I hope they get it. And it seems like, from my point of view, Bob and Suzanne Wright were a great team, a great couple. I know they founded Autism Speaks. And I'm proud of what they have accomplished. Okay? They have made a great organization for this country. They have made this great organization for everybody to come together and work to find a common cause. You know, they have worked to create the organization so that they bring in people to do the walks all across the country, from Florida to Massachusetts to New York to Pennsylvania to Texas to Ohio to California, you name it. Anyways, now what's different with this walk compared to the other walks that I go to? They have a run beforehand. So they have a road race right before the normal walk. And they have that like 2 hours beforehand. I managed to get there in time to see part of the road race, I think. I was working at the time, but I know there were people there that were doing the road race. I got to meet some of them. I got to see some of them when I was handing out when I was handing out the T-shirts. So. Anyways, I thought, and everybody else was thinking, that the day was going to be excellent. But right before the walk was supposed to start, it was like around 9:30. They got a weather report that there was a strong storm coming. Now, this strong storm was going to have strong winds and heavy downpours, and it was going to come to West Palm Beach. Obviously, we cannot ask the storm to wait until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It had to come when it did. We don't have control of the weather. Everybody knows that. But the strong wind, strong rain, they had to call off the walk. Unfortunately, you can't control the weather. It was downpouring rain by like 10 o'clock in the morning. And we all had to run for shelter, you know. I hung around a little bit to help them clean up, but I was out of there by like 11 o'clock. I felt sorry for the committee. They did put this excellent walk together, and the weather had to take it away from them. There's nothing we could do about it. Nobody can control the weather except for God up above, you know. You may remember too me saying that, I don't know where you have heard it from. Maybe you heard it from me saying it on Facebook or whatever. I probably told you, but last year I did register to volunteer and I did come to the walk, but there was also a problem. I wasn't feeling good the night before. And well, I felt the flu and I felt a little hot. I'm not going to go into details about that. So the next morning came, and I got up a little late and got ready to go a little late, and I wasn't there in time. I did drive, and I did also had a hard time figuring out where is the walk. You know, I had to look all over the place because I didn't have any paperwork or anything like that. So then I noticed, and then I saw it, and I was like, man. And then I drove over there, parked in the parking garage, and then by the time I got there, the walk ceremonies was already happening, and, you know, I just walked around, saw the resource fair, for the West Palm Beach Walk, you know? But, yeah. I didn't enjoy that day. And it was a kind of repeat this year, too. Towards the later portion of the morning. It was like that all over again for me. Like, well, I wasn't sick at the time, but I think God was sick. And he did bring the rain and the wind, you know? But yeah, I was disappointed this year that I couldn't see the resource fair. I really loved going to the resource fair at the other walks. You know, I do go to the resource fair every single walk I go to. Just to say hi, thank you for coming to the walk, and, you know. But I didn't get a chance to do that this year. You know, this time around, this walk, you know. And, you know, also, I felt when I was leaving, it was like, oh no, you know, I felt disappointed that the walk didn't go on, and that I didn't get a chance to see the rights, and I didn't get the chance to see Elizabeth, which is my friend that does the walks too. And I didn't see the resource fair, or, you know. But it's not my fault. It's not the committee's fault. It's not anybody's fault that the weather did come and ruin the walk. You know? We can't blame the weather. Or we can blame it, but we can't blame each other for it. Because it's not our fault. It was the weather. You know? I do have to admit that even though I came down there and I was disappointed that the walk didn't go on, I was glad that I got to meet the committee and I got to add them on Facebook. Of course, I saw them on TV too, and that's how I knew their names, and that's how I added them. I hope I add some more committee members from the West Palm Beach Walk onto my Facebook. You know? But it's an amazing thing that I have done on Facebook to find these people who've been on committees at the West Palm Beach Walk, or the Southwest Florida Walk, or the Tampa Walk, and the Orlando Walk, and the Volusia County Walk, and add them onto my Facebook, you know, and become friends with all of them, and share my story about Autism Speaks and my life with Asperger's, and, you know. And I do want to apologize for the sirens outside, but I do live on a busy street, and sirens and police officers do come up and down 27, so that's why you can hear the sirens in the background and trying to talk over them. But anyways, yeah, the positive thing is I got to meet a few people who did the West Palm Beach Walk committee, and I had a fun time meeting them, and I'm going to surely be friends with them for years to come, and all the people that I've known for Autism Speaks, they're going to be my friends for years to come too. Well, no matter what happens to me or them. You know, we all share one common cause, and that's to find a cure for autism and Asperger's, and fight to make sure that the right services are provided for everybody. You know, like I said in my last episode, I'm trying to find find a club, or form a club through Autism Speaks for the adults that are on the spectrum, that they can come together and do fun activities together, you know? And I did mention that to the Wrights when I wrote my letter to them. And I also mentioned to the Wrights about the programs I had to offer. Like maybe do like a camping and outdoor program so that the parents would know what to do with their children when they go camping, you know? If you know what I mean. But, you know, I'm trying to offer these programs, and hopefully the right person will contact me and say, hey Mike, do you want to work for us? You know? I'm hoping that Bob and Suzanne Wright does read my letter and they do respond to it, you know? And not to mention, I would like to see Autism Speaks in our camping show next year. Because the other Bob and Suzanne Wright from the camping club are chairing the show. So, wouldn't it be appropriate if Autism Speaks came to the camping show that was run by a couple that shares the names with the founders of Autism Speaks? I would think that would be cool. I would even think it would be cool if Bob and Suzanne Wright, the founders of Autism Speaks, attends the show in person. It'd be cool if they did and they got a chance to meet Bob and Suzanne Wright, who chairs the show, and also the Bob and Suzanne Wright of Autism Speaks get a chance to meet me as well. You know? For coming up with the idea. But we'll have to wait and see on that. I do have, though I said a lot of good things about this walk this coming weekend, or this past weekend in West Palm Beach, I do have some concerns though. I understand that the walk will probably not be postponed until a later date this year. It's probably going to be next year before they have another walk. I do want to make a suggestion though. If possible, instead of having to walk on the Sunday, why don't you have it on the Saturday? Most of the walks I go to, the walks are on Saturday. Now that way, if there is a weather problem on the Saturday, you can always postpone it to the Sunday. Have both dates kind of booked, you see, and have them free up, you know? And also, by doing it, if you did it on the Saturday, you know, you also have Miami on that same weekend. They could do their walk on Sunday, so that, you know, people like me or other people could go to both walks. You know, I would love to go to the Miami walk as well and meet them too. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen if I'm going to keep going to the West Palm Beach walk. And I know that the same problem is happening on April 21st with both Tampa Walk and Treasure Coast. I already made a commitment to go to the Tampa Walk because I'm on that committee. I wish I could also go to the Treasure Coast walk, but that's not going to happen. You know, I would love to go to those walks, you know. But yeah, so hopefully next year I can be able to go to both walks, both the West Palm and Miami. We'll have to wait and see on that. That's my only concern, okay? The other concern is the weather, and we can't control that. You know that. I just wish it was better weather for all of us. But I do hope that I get to see my friends again in West Palm Beach. And I do have to thank my friends who will let me stay at their house for the 2 nights that I stayed over. It was originally 1 night, but they let me stay the second night because I was too tired to drive home, and I was a little disappointed on what happened with the walk on the day, you know, with West Palm Beach walk, you know. I was a little disappointed and upset, and you know, I wanted to go up to Lake Okeechobee on the Monday when it was nice and beautiful. And my friend also, I had a friend who also works in West Palm Beach that lives in Royal Palm Beach that came, and we went out for lunch. So he wanted to meet up with me too. Now I want to thank the couple that let me stay at their house for the 2 nights. It's nice of them to do that. Their grandson is on the autism spectrum as well, and they do the walk up in New York. So they know how much Autism Speaks means to me as well. And I'm very thankful that they let me stay at their house. Hopefully they'll let me stay at their house again next year, but only for 1 night, hopefully. But of course, if both walks happen on the same weekend, and on one of them's on Saturday, the other one's on Sunday, maybe I'll do 2 nights again, That'd be nice if I could do that again. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. I know it might be a little difficult to schedule both walks on different days of the weekend, but hey, it can be done. So, I did really enjoy West Palm Beach. Thank you for hosting me, West Palm Beach. And I hope to be back there again next year. For the walk. I really do love these autism walks, and I will continue to do them no matter what happens. I will continue to work at them. And I just want to say, as a final note, that our walk director up here in Central Florida and North Florida has left. I did apply for the job that was posted online for the positions, so hopefully I will get it. I don't know if I will get it or not, but promise you that I will continue to spread awareness and advocate for autism and to try to find a cure for it, whether I do get the job with Autism Speaks or not. I hope I do, because I know if I do, I'll try to help spread the word around to more places, and hopefully we'll get more walks going. I'm looking at the future. I'm looking at trying to get walks established in Tallahassee, Panama City, Pensacola, Ocala, and hopefully one down in the Florida Keys. They don't have one in the Florida Keys. And I went there for this past Thanksgiving, and I saw a great park in Marathon, which is halfway in the Keys, that could be a perfect place to have our walk. I would love to see a walk in Marathon in the Florida Keys within the next year or two. So I hope that if you are a representative of Autism Speaks and you're watching this video right now, I hope you get my ideas, and I hope that you will contact me. Because I have more ideas for you, and I know that if you let me work with you, we can get things done. But anyways, thanks again for watching this video. Thanks again, West Palm Beach, for hosting the walk and the run. And I'm sorry to the folks in Miami that I couldn't come to your walk, but I hope that in the future I will come to your walk as well. So, and my next walk, I know for a fact, will be on April 21st at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And feel free to join my team. Walk now for autismspeaks.org/Tampa Bay, and if you look under the teams, and search for teams, type in Mike's Pals, and you can join our team. So, I don't know if I will do Broward County on the 14th of April because of the gas prices and everything, and it's too close to the Tampa walk. So, anyways, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, West Palm Beach, for hosting the walk, and I hope to see you guys on another episode of My Life with Asperger's and West Palm Beach. I hope to see you guys again next year. Bye for now.